Hello. Welcome to my kitchen. I've been doing some projects and I wanted to share them with you. So, a lot of parents are home right now with kids and they are needing to get work done. So, I wanted to share with you some of the tricks that we use in the classrooms, not because we need to specifically get work done, but a lot of times when we have children that are waiting, if we have to go to the bathroom or something, the kids have to line up, and that can be really challenging. So, transitional activities are something that we come up with in early childhood that help children wait. So, if you are needing your children to wait, these strategies will help you as well. And this is something that I developed, put together. It's just a one of those barbecue um, kits or whatever. It came with all kinds of stuff in it. And I have just put in some things. I'm going to move the camera here so you can see it better. Um, so what we have here is just some odds and ends. This right here is a really good strategy if you have somebody that struggles with biting. They can put it on their wrist, and if they feel like biting, they can bite this instead. Or if you have someone that bites themselves or chews, this is an awesome thing. And this actually is a hair curler. So, but that's a really good strategy if you have some issues with biting. So I put that on there. And then we have science bottles. You may have seen these before. This has caro syrup and oil, and that's why you've got where the beads are sitting up. This is some rocks like that you find in floral departments, just some decorative rocks and some like Mardi Gras kind of beads that I cut up, and then oil. And the neat thing about that is the caro syrup makes it go a lot slower. So it's a good calming activity. I've got some greenery in there too, if you can see that, some cedar. And this can be good for adults too. You know, it's relaxing to watch. And it's a thicker type water bottle. You don't want to use a thin kind because they won't hold up. Here's another one. It's just a different variety. The caro syrup in this one makes the beads stick. So there's a lot less caro syrup in this one. Oh, sorry, you're looking at the label. So that's another thing in there. And then we've just got oil and water. I found that if you use water, though, eventually it gets cloudy. So it's really better if you can use maybe two different kinds of oil, but these will not last as long. So then some of the other activities in here, we've got some fidgets like this and lots of different notebooks or stickers. We've got scissors, different kinds of pencils, small pieces of paper. We have a lot of notebooks in here. And I find that when I can pick up things at a garage sale, I do that because the more variety of writing utensils you have, it adds variety. So kids really like that. They might get bored if you only have one kind of crayon or marker, but if you can vary it, that really helps. And then this is just scrap paper that I got from work. And then here's just crayons that are different. And again, I found a bag just full of these things and separated them and got them for like, I don't know, $1 for a huge bag. And then these are Crayola twistables. And then there's the triangular, my first crayon. And then over here we've got some fidgets. This is just a marble in there. There's these fidgets that are very well known, but some of these might not be. This is kind of a unique one there. And then back to the scissors. So I just wanted to share that with you as one of the options for when you need your kids to be occupied for a little bit. And you don't give this to them all the time. They don't have access to this all the time. It's something you get out when you need them to be occupied. So in the classroom, we would maybe have this put away and get it out when there was a waiting time. So it's something they look forward to. And another idea of that is like this is just a metal tin that I found at a garage sale. But what I like about it is I have magnet rocks. And so they can use this as an activity that maybe they don't play with all the time, depending on, you know, their age, of course. It is a choking hazard, so you want to keep that in mind. But that is just a neat self-contained activity that you get out, you know, when you need it. So that, because we know that, you know, it's real easy to hand a child a tablet or a phone because they're bored or they just want to get on it and play games, and you need them to be occupied, so you hand them the phone. Well, these are some different alternative things that will keep your children occupied, but not be screen time all the time. Here's one more activity I wanted to share with you. This you might have around the house. This is just one of those silicone mitts, and you know, that you can get at the kitchen store. And then an old tin, this aluminum cake pan that I found at a garage sale for like 25 cents. And then we've got some beads here, and they take the tweezers, and I'll show you here. And they take the tweezers, and see if I can do it, and just put them in there. I also have a different kind, again, to add variety. Anytime you can add variety to an activity, it will have children get re-interested, re-engaged in that same activity. It's just a little different for them. And so these are just different color beads. Now you can see that it's easy to get to. So they just put them in like that. And they can make patterns. And, you know, one thing that might be a good idea too is, as they do a design, take a picture of it. That way they don't feel bad about putting the design back. Because if they make a beautiful picture, they might want to keep it that way and not want anyone else to use it, or they won't want to use it again. So just take a picture of it. That way they can keep it, and it can be art for them as well. So that's another activity for transitions or quiet time. And I wanted to show you also, I had done an activity on crayons, broken crayons. And so I wanted to just share this with you. I took a bunch of broken crayons, and the way to get, if you don't want to peel them and you want it to be easier, just take really warm water, what's pretty hot, actually about 115 degrees, and put the crayons in there, and the peeling will come off very easily. But peeling crayons is a great activity for your kids. You know, instead of saying, don't peel the crayons, let them peel the crayons. It's good fine motor, and then you can do this project. So here's the finished product, and this is what I did. You just take a silicone baking dish, like for cupcakes or cookies, and I went ahead and put parchment on it just in case I spilled, but you don't need to do that. And this is just to keep the tray from spilling. And I baked it at 180 degrees, and I think it was like 35 minutes. And then you just peel it like this, and it comes out really easy. And now you've got a crayon, and I just think they're beautiful. So again, the more variety you can add to, you know, create, like this is just coloring, but because you're doing it and they're making it and it's beautiful and it's a different kind, it will re-engage them in coloring. And so that's what you want to do. I also did a couple others before. This is a frog head. And then these are from candy dishes. This is a car, a dinosaur, and a shell. I did find out though that if you use the candy silicone, you need to do it a lighter temperature, because it will melt. I've had mine get ruined because I thought it was about the same and they're made thinner or whatever. So so you want to have a cooler temperature on those. I think that's all I was going to share for you today. I hope that you find some of this helpful. I know it's challenging when you got all this stuff to do and you're at home and your kids are like, Mom, Mom, Mom. And so maybe if you make them some crayons like this, you can do it as a project together. And then afterwards, that gives them something to do while you do your thing, as well as getting together one of these, you know, an activity kit that you take out with special activities in it. And they can do that while you get some of your work done. Thanks. And I'll be posting more, so keep an eye out. Bye.